Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Narita. I've spent more than a decade as a urologist helping men protect not only their physical health, but also their confidence, dignity, and relationships. Today, we're going to talk about a topic that makes a lot of men just a little uncomfortable. It's the kind of question that rarely gets asked out loud, something men might Google alone at night or quietly bring up to me in the exam room without making eye contact. But here, we talk openly. No judgment, no shame, just real conversations about men's health and intimacy. So, let's start with a simple, honest question. Have you ever wondered whether it's actually safe to swallow vaginal fluids during oral sex? And what about the taste and the smell? Are they normal? Are they healthy? These are real concerns that affect how confident you feel in intimate moments. They can shape the quality of your sex life and even how deeply connected you feel to your partner. Yet, most men don't actually understand the science behind it. That's exactly why we're talking about it today. I'm going to explain this from a medical, biological, and emotional perspective, so you can enjoy intimacy without fear, without awkwardness, and with a lot more trust and confidence in your relationship. But first, let me know where you're watching from. I love seeing how this community of men spans across the world, learning and growing together. And if you find this kind of conversation valuable, make sure to hit like and subscribe so you don't miss future videos on men's health and intimacy. Now, here's the first thing I want you to know. Vaginal fluids aren't dirty, dangerous, or something to be embarrassed about. For healthy partners, they're generally safe. In fact, the female body carefully creates these fluids to protect delicate tissues, fight infections, and enhance comfort and pleasure during intimacy. Still, many men quietly worry. What if it's not safe? What if it tastes bad? What if something's wrong with her? The truth is, variations are normal. Safety is absolutely possible. And the biggest key to making it all comfortable and enjoyable is open communication. As a doctor, I've worked with men in their 40s rediscovering intimacy after divorce, men in their 60s and 70s finding love later in life, and long-term couples reigniting their spark. And one thing I've seen over and over is this. When men understand how vaginal fluids actually work, what's normal, what's not, and how to talk about it with respect and sensitivity, shame disappears, and connection grows stronger. Let's break this topic down step by step. Mistake number 5. Thinking vaginal fluids are just moisture. That couldn't be further from the truth. Vaginal lubrication is a biological masterpiece. The Bartholin's glands produce a soft, silky fluid that reduces friction. The glands around the urethra add extra lubrication, and sometimes female ejaculate. The cervix contributes fertile mucus, even when a woman isn't ovulating. This isn't random. It's the body's way of creating a safe, smooth, and pleasurable experience. Ignoring that is like missing the entire point of how nature designed intimacy. Mistake number 4, assuming that a specific taste or smell automatically means something is wrong. In reality, vaginal fluids naturally change. A woman's diet, hydration, stress levels, hormones, and even medications can all influence how they taste and smell. Pineapple, berries, and plenty of water can make the taste lighter and fresher. Garlic, alcohol, or coffee can make it stronger. Around ovulation, fluids tend to be more neutral and abundant. Around menstruation, there can be a faint metallic note. After menopause, they may become less plentiful and slightly more acidic. None of this is inherently bad. It's simply unique to each woman. The only time to worry is if there's a sudden, unpleasant change paired with itching, discomfort, or unusual discharge. That usually points to a simple imbalance, and it's something that can be treated easily. Mistake number 3, overlooking health. Vaginal fluids are made mostly of water, amino acids, enzymes, glucose, and lactic acid, elements that protect and support intimacy. But like semen or blood, they can also transmit infections. Chlamydia, gonorrhea, herpes, and HIV are all possibilities. So no, vaginal fluids aren't automatically safe. Safety depends on health. This is why conversations about testing aren't unromantic. They're actually an act of trust. A relationship that's open about health is stronger at its core. Mistake number 2, avoiding the testing conversation altogether. This is one of the biggest hurdles many men face. I remember a patient in his 60s who came to me terrified after being intimate with a new partner. He had bleeding gums and was afraid he'd contracted HIV. While the risk of HIV from oral sex is low, it's not zero. He and his partner got tested together, and both results were negative. But something unexpected happened. The process made their relationship more honest, more open, and ultimately stronger. That's the point here. Talking about health and safety doesn't kill romance. It builds a deeper kind of intimacy, the kind that lasts. Mistake number 1, and this is often the most damaging, is reacting with shame instead of acceptance. When something smells a little different or tastes stronger than usual, many men instinctively pull away, make a joke, or even say something careless. But that reaction can have real consequences. It can make your partner feel embarrassed or rejected. And once shame enters the room, intimacy quickly fades. The better response is simple: kindness. Suggest taking a refreshing shower together. Encourage hydration. Approach it as something the two of you can navigate as a team, because acceptance is a far more powerful aphrodisiac than criticism. When a woman feels fully accepted, trust deepens, arousal grows, and intimacy becomes richer for both partners. So here's how you make intimacy both safe and meaningful. Communicate openly. Normalize conversations about fluids, taste, smell, and health. Get tested together and make STI testing part of your routine. Twice a year is a good benchmark. Take care of hygiene. Eat well. Stay hydrated. Shower before intimacy. And most importantly, treat any changes as something you face together, not something that's wrong with her. Remember this: for healthy couples who are free of infections, swallowing fluids is generally safe. And for many women, this can be a powerful expression of trust and acceptance. Gentlemen, listen carefully. You're never too old for intimacy. Passion doesn't have an expiration date. Trust doesn't age. And love, when it's cared for, only grows stronger with time. If this topic has ever made you uncomfortable, know that you're not alone. So many men quietly carry the same questions, the same hesitations. When you approach intimacy with knowledge, respect, and compassion, you're not just protecting your health, you're deepening your connection with your partner. That's what makes intimacy meaningful at every stage of life. So, is it safe to swallow vaginal fluids when both partners are healthy and infection-free? Yes. Are variations normal? Absolutely. But the real key isn't just biology. It's trust, communication, and genuine care. If you found this conversation helpful, give this episode a like so more men can benefit. Subscribe if you want to keep learning about men's health and intimacy, and tell me in the comments where you're tuning in from. I love seeing our community grow around the world. I'm Dr. Narita, and remember, your health is your confidence. Your confidence is your connection, and passion has no expiration date.